Where fate guides, Sarkos has never been destroyed by war. We are strong. "26 years ago, autumn, 1068. Wasserland, Lithanian. How do you like this piece? Like an energetic child waking from slumber, rushing out the door to enjoy the fruits of life to the fullest. It was the Kurfürst who wrote it, inspired by His Holiness's visit to Wasserland when he was still a messenger for Laterano. The young and enthusiastic future pontiff told the children about all that he has seen. The ocean that Iberia watches over, the city of Athenius, where Minoan myth and machination exist in equal measure. And a passing mention of Kazdel, the city of sin, the whereabouts of which are unknown. The Kurfürst was there, and he was fascinated by His Holiness's descriptions. The first draft of this work was, in fact, written at that time, but the Kurfürst was not satisfied. Even after many years of revisions, a final draft has yet to be completed. Until recently, when our scouts located the elusive nomadic city of the Devils and sent back photos. Gazing upon the enormous tracks left behind by the city, the Kurfürst found the missing element in the music: ferocity. With that, the work was complete. You found Kazdel? Yes. The Kurfürst was astonished to find that the destiny of the work was intertwined with the city's. I understand the reason the Kurfürst chose to present this piece on the eve of my return to Laterano. However, unlike his predecessors, His Holiness has no intention of initiating offensive action against the Sarkos. He is not interested in putting the sinless on trial without cause. I'm afraid I must disappoint the Kurfürst. The city itself is of no concern to the Kurfürst. He is far more interested in His Holiness's opinion of the piece. Please send His Holiness the Kurfürst's warmest regards. We have a response from Syracuse. Only a few of the families have agreed to participate in the action. Their men will rendezvous with the fleet soon. I can't believe Laterano rejected us. Inform the Syracusans to move quickly. We must mop up the city before the other Kreese can react. Take Kazdel before other Kurfürsten can. Do not repeat the mistake we made at Gaul and miss another opportunity. Scar Market, Kazdel. I like Lithanians. You always bring so much business. And it's smart that you disguised yourself as a prisoner in a smuggling crew, rather than flying the banner of a messenger. Now tell me what you want, before I lose my patience. Trade, muscle for hire, intel. The Scar Market has everything you need. Cooperation, esteemed leader. We don't have a fixed price for cooperation. Are you sure your Kurfürst can pay my price? Don't you want to know what we're going to ask for first? There's nothing that money can't buy here. Caprine. What about Kazdel? Go on. The Kurfürst wants you to sabotage the city's propulsion system. Nothing else. The down payment is in the safe that you took from the caravan. The Kurfürst will discuss the rest of the payment with you and Kazdel. I admire your boldness. Let me express my good faith with a little glimpse into the future for you. The nomadic city of Kazdel. Kazdel. Take your things and scram, Lithanian. Are you trying to poison me? These are just suppressants. You'll need them on the battlefield. The warships that surround us came from Lithanian. Outsiders like you must have led them here. I don't have an explanation. I know you're taking your son with you into battle. He could use the medicine. Keep your hands off my son. What's the commotion? Are you out of your mind? She's a Babel doctor. Are you okay? I'm fine. He wasn't really trying to hurt me. Good luck. You married a Babel woman. And now you've become a shill for the invaders? They'll be the death of you. I guarantee it. Many of us are also pained by the impending war. We've requested to join you on the front lines. Lunatics. Who knows what schemes you have on the front line? You'll get yours in the end. Give me the medicine. I'll distribute it. They're ready to leave. Go meet up with them. I'll take care of things here. Good luck. Your son. I didn't let him leave. If the Lithanians want to force us into a catastrophe, it's safer for him to be in the lower level shelters in the city. Relax, Doctor. People have made it through catastrophes in the past. Maybe we'll have, good luck. The furnace has burned for more than a century. War, catastrophe, migration, exile. All the suffering since the T-Kaz era has not extinguished the hatred of the Revenants. The Sarkaz have seen many Kazdels through the ages. The memory of yesterday may be unrecognizable by tomorrow. But the Soul Furnace has been a constant for this generation of Sarkaz. Home is what a Soul Furnace is. Kazdel. The furnace has not burned like this for many years. I can hear the cries of the Revenants, even from here. Soon, the city will charge headlong into a catastrophe. All we need to do is hold out until Nesalam's reinforcements arrive. Until Kazdel once again passes through the catastrophe. They thought we would cower. They tried to assume our thoughts with their conception of common sense. It was so 170 years ago. And it is so now. Arrogant and laughable fools who never took the time to truly understand us. What fate do you think awaits this city, Teresis? To be honest, the chances that it survives are slim. Kazdel was immobilized the last time it braved the catastrophe. It took us a decade just to get it moving at full speed again. And the forests of crystals in the mines and on the walls could never be removed, ruining years of our plans for the city. I don't know if the city can survive another ordeal like that, much less one that's even worse. Good luck rarely comes twice. I believe in the city, Teresis. Not because of luck, but because we built this city. And I won't give up on it. The story of the city does not end here, Your Highness. I may not be able to see its future clearly, but there is one thing I can say for sure. The city continues to exist into the distant future. No one can say, however, if it will be a sanctuary of hope or a ghost city of the dead. Scar-Eye, have you not grown tired of the ambiguous words of your kind? And need I remind you that no amount of mercenaries can ensure your safety in this city? There is no deceiving, Your Highness, of course. Kazdel's doors are open to every Sarkaz. But you'd better have a good reason to set foot in this city with your mercenaries at a time like this. I was made an offer most difficult to refuse, which obliged me to enter the city to seek an audience. What is that you're carrying? This? Something insignificant. Oh, I mean someone. The Lithanians wanted me to sabotage Kazdel. I have been away from my kin for many years, but as your highness said, Kazdel is the root of all Sarkaz. So, I felt that I had to deliver this Lithanian with my own hands in order to prove my innocence. What are you thinking? Exactly as I have said. What can I possibly hide before the King of Sarkaz? But if you're not interested in my gift of good faith, then I see no need to carry it with me anymore. It's heavy after all. He casually casts the bag into the furnace, where it is incinerated in an instant, without a sound. The furnace is always an impressive sight, no matter how many times one sees it. Your Highness need not pity him. He should have foreseen the risks when he approached the Scar Market. I trust Lithanian was not miserly with its terms. It's simple, Your Highness. I prefer immediate payment over empty promises. But more importantly, I don't work with the losing side. Are you predicting our victory? It wasn't I who saw it. It was the Cyclops who left the prophecy 1,000 years ago. I am simply betting that your highnesses are the protagonists of the prophecy. Regardless, the safest business for the Scar Market is with your highnesses. It would keep business flowing for at least the next 50 years or so. Is that not so, your highnesses? You're clever. Prophecy doesn't bring victory, but we can. Bring your mercenaries. We're moving out. The crowd stirs. The Sarkaz procession leaving the city is quiet, except for the occasional clang of weapons and equipment. Their silence is rooted in the knowledge of the fate that awaited them beyond the city's gates. They wrap banners, torn from the walls around their waists, or clutch originum spikes, chopped from the streets, as makeshift weapons. Each has their own ritual to remember the city that they may never return to.
Mom? Dad? Where are you? Dad? Mom?
People really need to watch their kids. They can't be allowed to run wild.
Ouch.
Careful.
Thank you.
Where did you come from? Why are you also leaving the city? You'll fall if you're not careful.
I'm looking for my mom and dad. Are you going out too?
Yes. I'm going to the battlefield.
Are you looking for your mom and dad there too? Can I come with you?
No. I'm by myself.
Why are you going out then?
Because I don't want to hide in the city. I want to fight the people who are doing bad things to us. That's what my parents told me before they left.
I want to fight too. But mom and dad won't let me go. I tried to sneak out and got a beating when they found out. But I don't want to be away from mom and dad.
We'll go together then. And then find your mom and dad. But there will be a lot of bad people out there. Are you scared?
You're not scared. Mom and dad aren't scared. I'm not scared either.
The disheveled child pumps his fist to show courage, but his trembling betrays him. The older child knows that the young boy does not fully understand what is happening outside the city. But the young boy knows something simple, but true. Bad guys should be chased away. Families should stay together. So he takes the boy's hand and joins the procession. How do we find your parents when we're out there?
They work for Babel. They have a picture of a tower on their clothes.
Babel. I know that place.
Are you from Babel too?
No. I grew up in a military commission institution. I guess I'm from the military commission.
Military commission? What's that?
A place that protects people. Just like Babel.
What's your dad's name? Let's squeeze our way to the front. Maybe they're up ahead. Good luck.
Good luck?
Yes. He's good luck. Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Let's shout his name. Maybe he'll hear you. Two children squeeze forward in the procession, holding each other's hand, calling out good luck with their tiny voices. A few heads turn and sigh when they see the young and naive faces. Good luck. It is what they all need. On an evening in the autumn of 1068, the music playing in the Catasrophes of Wasserland's study was interrupted by the sound of frantic knocking on the door. The fleet that was pursuing the nomadic city of Khosdel had broken off its pursuit. Those crazy devils charged straight into a catastrophe. It's only by sheer good luck that they got away. Years later, the Catasrophes of Wasserland still recounted the reason for his failure with palpable disdain. They weren't crazy enough to chase through a catastrophe, eh? It's like chasing into a hurricane, right? Can't blame them. How tiny we must seem when we stand beside the tracks of this ship. Yes, it's the most impressive war machine. With their bodies as barriers, the Naxar halted its advance at a tremendous cost. The Banshee shrieks, powerful enough to shatter consciousness, only managed to force the Lithanians to retreat below deck. If not for the catastrophe and the rough terrain of this valley, we're so far behind, and time is running out. Khosdel must have equally powerful weapons, if not more. All our previous attempts have failed. A century ago, few believed we would build a nomadic city out of Khosdel. Yet we did. If we are to catch up to them now, we cannot afford to take the conventional path. We have word from the Damatsi. The battleships on the horizon are slowing down. Have they given up? No. The Catasrophes' orders were to continue the pursuit, but the commander of the fleet ordered them to slow down. They're concerned about the catastrophes in the terrain. They've seen what happened to the ship. At the current rate, we can expect to engage them at dusk. We have bought enough time for Khosdel to retreat. Teresa looks back at the two storms entwining on the waste, trying to catch a glimpse of the city. She sees nothing. Where is Khosdel now? Is it still moving through the storm? Are the people in the shelter safe? The storms are converging. Our retreat has been cut off. The battle is inevitable. Teresis? I never thought I'd see you lose focus on the battlefield. What's that? That's... The storms rage, the young taunting the old. A newborn storm slams into the dying storm. To the war drums of thunder. Rolling air currents clash and combine between the two storms. Violence begets peace, and a passage appears where the storms converge. Lightning flashes, and thunder cracks. A path through the storm. The storm. Let's go, Teresa. The storm has given us a path. Those who survive through it will have another chance. We'll do it together. The Namatsi cluster passes their command to every Sarkaz present. The warriors see their leaders walk into the storm side by side and follow with no hesitation. The procession advances into the tempest, the strong supporting the weak, the brave encouraging the fearful.
Do you see that, Theresis?
Within the roar of the tempest, they seem to hear a voice from the snowstorm in that childhood dream. They see the prophecy. The thin, cloaked figure turns at the sound of her voice and sees the storm-bound procession. Theresis sees a child. Mist, gilded by the setting sun, shrouds her shoulders, rising and blending with the shrieking winds above. He takes off his gauntlet and stretches his bare hand into the mist. The mist dissipates, and in his bloodied hand is a stone blade that the child is holding. Slurring,
You... grab...
"What are you doing here?"
You came in. Home.
The child wrestles the blade from Theresis' hand and points it again at Theresis in the procession behind them. There is no difference between man and beast to the child who grew up in the wastes. "You want to kill me?"
Kill you.
Nobody taught her how to speak. She simply emulates the sound made by those who pass by. "Theresis?" Theresis looks down silently at the thin figure. "Let me show you how to hold a knife."
You.
The child hesitates for a moment before putting her knife into Theresis' outstretched hand.
Me. You. Bring me. Bring me.
Theresis gazes into Theresis' eyes. Prophecy. A sword to slay the regent king. A spear to pierce the royal ring. But they have never cared much for prophecy. "Very well. Come with me. The home of the Sarkaz is not on the Barrens." "Do you have a name?"
Name? Me?
"From now on, you have a new name. Ascalon." "10 days later, the nomadic city of Kazdel.
Look, Doctor. The furnace has been relit. Is it moving? The city's finally moving? Ouch. Careful. Your wounds might open again. I've got to go to the furnace. The furnace burns again. And Kazdel sails. The Lithanians didn't manage to kill us. Oh, I didn't mean you, Doctor. Come with me to see it. You deserve the same honor as the warriors who survived. But I'm not Sarkaz. You people are heroes too. Come watch their highnesses command the Goliath to support the leaning furnace. Watch the sparks fly when iron hammers beat upon the broken core. Hear the elegy of the Banshee. And witness the final journey of fallen heroes when they enter the furnace to fuel it. This used to be an occasion that only Sarkaz could see. I would love to go, but there are still a lot of wounded to treat. Alright, tell you what. I'll bring back a couple bottles of booze and some fresh fruit. And we'll... You're not allowed to drink. And who the heck drinks in a medic tent? Come on, it's just a little flesh wound. No means no. It's your Eurypathy that's the problem. Not to mention you're a terrible drinker. When did you ever see me drink? Oh, that time when I was drunk and you came with a bunch of Eurypathy bombs. Look, that was the only time in Otto's years. You know I can't afford booze. I can't stop you. Why don't you go yourself? Won't be the same without you. But I'm a Lithanian. And? Do you support those nobles who profit off war? I ran away from home because I couldn't stand them. There you have it. Wait a second. You say you ran away from home? Were you noble? No! I was kind of thinking. Your equipment doesn't look like it's from Babel. Well, I won't speculate. It does nobody any good. So you can go on your own? I doubt those soldiers on the front lines would get along with a Lithanian. When I saw the Lithanians string my father up by a sewer entrance to humiliate him, I never imagined I could befriend a Caprine doctor either. Back then, the only people who showed us any kindness were poor, infected, or both. Right, enough of the sad stuff. Be back in a jiffy. Seriously? Since when did the Sarkos become so glib-tongued with me? I wonder if this counts as progress, Teresa. In any case, Kazel is moving again. Things will get better. Back already? Well, it's about time you laid down. Oh, sorry, I thought you were someone else. Wait, your wounds are really bad. Nobody treated your arts burns? The Lithanians did it. My son's dead. They buried him alive before my very eyes. I was the only one who lived. Uh-oh. At least let me see your wounds. They burned him alive. He was screaming. They used arts to hang him in the air. For everyone to see. My brothers are dead. My captain is dead. The Lithanians stood on the high ground. Their raised staffs looked just like... With bloodshot eyes, the nearly deranged Sarkos fixes on the doctor's staff. Abandoned in the corner. The emblem of the home she had left behind hangs from the staff. Like a reel. The doctor does not sense the hostility. She lifts his top to inspect the wound, but feels a chill run up her spine. You're armed. Why didn't the guards check you? The light of the soul furnace lights up the entire night sky above Kosdel, like the midday sun. The fire's crackles echo like a mournful growl, a somber tribute to the fallen, who have become its fuel. All the Sarkos set their eyes on the sky that night. No one notices the light from one of the field hospital's windows go out. Your Highness? Why was I brought here? Oh, yes. I have good news to report. What news? We won. We defeated the Lithanians. Your Highness. Me. My son. And the Blue Blood Squad. We won. We won. Are you not glad, Your Highness? Were we too slow? Blake. My son. Bring me the battle plan. Son. Son? Sorry, Your Highness. I don't know where my son went. You killed a doctor. One who has served Kosdel for years, treating neuropathy patients. Kosdel? Doctor? No. You misunderstand, Your Highness. I only fight Lithanians. Have you read his emotions, Teresa? Pain? Confusion? Madness? He has driven himself mad to escape the painful memories. He doesn't even know what crime he committed. The others do. The guards discovered him brawling with another Sarkos amidst shattered casks of liquor.
which ignited and spread fire through the field hospital. I'll await the king's response, but you cannot be the one to do it. Leave it to me.
Your Highness! General, I gave my all to defeat the Lithanians. Was I wrong to do so? Your Highness?
Take him away.
His name is Logan, given to him by his mother, who was one of the first Babel engineers. He hardly uses any arts, but the guards were hypnotized by arts. Someone is behind this.
The military commission will not investigate the Sarkos for the sake of an outsider. Not after they've just been through another ordeal. Neither should Babel. We have no choice. The war has just ended. Babel should withdraw from military and political affairs. At least for the time being.
You know that's not what Babel is about in the first place.
I do.
But many don't. I will define the parameters for Babel's activities. Babel members will continue to serve Khaz'dal's medical, educational, and technological needs from this area.
The military commission will continue to protect them, but we must make every effort to avoid conflict. There will come a day when the repressed hatred boils over, and even we will be powerless when that day comes.
Khaz'dal is in urgent need of a change. We have to solve the original problem. Soon.
But even that won't solve all our problems.
I know. I've always known.
Oh, look, it's little baby Ascalon.
There you are, Ascalon. What have you seen in the city? Death. People cry. People die. Cry? Cry tears?
Teresa stretches out his hand. A delicate stone knife lies in its palm.
Knife? My.
Keep it safe. A warrior should treasure her weapon. I will teach you how to sharpen your blade. But it's up to you to decide whom it cuts.
You're too impatient, Teresis. She's not ready to understand these things yet.
She has to understand. Sooner or later.
Maybe. But for now, what we should do is give the frightened child a bit of peace. Do you like the city, Ascalon?
Compared to the armored general, Ascalon does not like the Sarkos woman crouched before her. She seems to see through all her thoughts, leaving no secrets. A most dangerous thing in the waste. But she cannot bring herself to be hostile to this gentle Sarkos.
No need to be afraid. You know I don't mean you any harm. Come, touch my horn. We're the same. Warm. Here. Warm. Me. Yes, warm. Hatred and killing are not the only way to solve a problem. Way? Problem?
Teresa says no more. It is difficult for a girl who has known nothing but the waste to understand certain words, even with the help of the Sarkos king. She takes Ascalon's hand.
It's like the wound on your palm. Weapons can't heal it. Only time and medicine can. It's okay, I've cleaned your wound. You'll need to take care of it. Be patient. One day, you'll wake up and find it doesn't hurt anymore. Yeah.
Babel classroom. Khaz'dal.
No one here. We'll wait a little longer. It's not lesson time yet. They'll come. Look, it's Teresis.
Casualty report from the military commission. There are many children. Most of them students. The ones that lived, their parents are no longer willing to let the outsiders of Babel teach them. Plus, if memory serves, many of Babel's teachers have already left out of fear. You're troubling yourself too much with trivial matters, Teresa. You need a rest. We still have to... I want to wait a little longer, Teresa's. Very well. He does not leave. The classroom is eerily quiet. Teresa closes her eyes and recalls the students who used to fill the classroom. They said we can get potatoes for coming to school. I didn't understand that one, Your Highness. Do you have any simple stories? You said you went to the outside with mercenaries when you were our age? There's a sea between Sargon and Iberia? What's a boat? Why can't we go up on deck? Why would he throw up? Lithanian spires? Are they like our furnace? People who are nice to us? But Dad says there's no foreigners like that. But the teachers here are nice to us. Students come and go, but she always managed to get them to return. But this time, no one came. Oh? General Teresus, Your Highness, You! The hilt of the stone knife hits the boy in the chest. Although unable to break free, the boy strains to look up at the tail. At the tall, gaunt girl who has him pinned. I saw General Teresus come this way. I just wanted to... Teresa, Your Highness, you're here too. This classroom... Are you teaching? Put down the knife, Ascalon. Your Highness! You were looking for me? Yes. I came to seek an answer for the children who lost their parents. I know the military commission will take care of them, as it took care of me. But will this change anything? What if another war comes? I want to change things. But I don't know what I can change. Or what I should change. The two rulers gaze upon the fearless child, each arriving at their own answer inside. What's your name? Manfred. Oh. I'll be honest, I probably should have connected that a lot earlier. Dad, we've been standing at the door forever. Why can't we go in? Mommy's hurt very badly. She needs some quiet to rest. We shouldn't bother her. But I miss Mom. Daddy misses her too. But not now. We'll go home together once I come back. Where are you going, Dad? I have to leave the city for a bit. To make the people who hurt Mommy pay. Stay here with Mommy and wait for Daddy. Can you stay, Daddy? We'll figure out a way to make Mommy better. I promise. Do you like Mommy's name? Oda? Yes. It sounds really nice. It's your name now. But... I'll teach you to fight the bad guys with Mommy's weapon once I get back. Okay. I'll beat up the bad guys who hurt Mommy. But will beating up the bad guys make her feel better? You'll understand someday. Oda. I'll be back. Wait for me. Good Luck turns around towards the crystal-infested city wall. The only thing left that ties him to the city is Oda. Oda and Oda.